Can Governor Cuomo keep his job? Should he? What do you think about all of this? We're going to get to your comments, but first, what's going on here? Wait until you see some of this video as more and more comes out about the current situation that Governor Andrew Cuomo finds himself in. Now, notice I said Governor Andrew Cuomo because he is not the CNN host Chris Cuomo, even though CNN doesn't seem to remember that sometimes during their coverage. Here's Dana Bash, and she's talking to Jen Psaki, the White House press secretary, today. It got a little weird.
The New York Times is reporting last night that a second allegation of sexual harassment against New York Governor Chris Cuomo. This is a report from a former aide, Charlotte Bennett, saying that Cuomo asked her.
Nobody even blinked. They went right past it. They said, yeah, that's right. One of the Cuomo brothers did it. Who knows? Maybe the guy in the basement. We have two stories here to talk about. One is from a woman named Lindsay Boylan, and she wrote this post that you're looking at right here on medium.com. You can look it up if you search for my story of working with Governor Cuomo. She said, let's play strip poker. I should have been shocked by the governor's crude comment, but I wasn't. We were flying home from an October 2017 event in Western New York on his taxpayer-funded jet. He was seated facing me, so our knees were almost touching. His press aide was to my right and a state trooper behind us. That's exactly what I was thinking, I responded sarcastically and awkwardly. I tried to play it cool, but in that moment, I realized how acquiescent I had become. She goes on to talk about how Governor Cuomo had requested her be places that she was. She shares some emails back and forth when she was made to feel uncomfortable by Andrew Cuomo, and she tells her story. It starts to get a little bit of press. Then she follows up on Twitter, where she continues to make waves. Like a true abuser, at New York Governor Cuomo continues to work behind the scenes to undermine the truth and to harm his many victims, maybe hinting at the future. His abuse of power never ends. He does not get to choose his judge and jury. We do. And what is abundantly clear to me is the governor should resign. And if he does not resign, he should be removed from office. Not one more victim, not one more life is destroyed. A second woman has come forward as of today. There is somebody by the name of Charlotte Bennett. She was a health policy advisor in the Democratic governor's administration until November. She says that he flirted with her, that he said, does she ever sleep with guys who are older, that he's comfortable with sleeping with women who are in their 20s. And there are no allegations from any of these women that he physically touched them or sexually abused them. It's improper communication and relationships between Governor Cuomo and these aides that has led to the pressure. So we get the answer from the White House. What do they think about all of this? What does Jen Psaki want to happen after we now have two former aides coming out against Governor Cuomo?
Well, first, President Biden has been consistent that he believes that every woman should be heard, should be treated with respect and with dignity. Charlotte should be treated with respect and dignity. So should Lindsay. And there should be an independent review looking into these allegations. And that's certainly something he supports and we believe should move forward as quickly as possible.
Okay, that's something he supports. So they're still kind of backing up Andrew Cuomo in many ways. And there's just one problem. She's absolutely full of it, because when she says an independent investigation into this, well, that's where you got it wrong. Everybody notices that something wrong is happening here. It's bipartisan, the outrage against Governor Cuomo. Finally, AOC saying Lindsay Boylan and Charlotte Bennett's detailed accounts of sexual harassment by Governor Cuomo are extremely serious and painful to read. There must be an independent investigation, not one led by an individual selected by the governor, but by the Office of the Attorney General. What are they talking about? This woman right here. Barbara Jones is her name. This is who Andrew Cuomo appointed to take a look into these accusations from his former staffers. Strange thing. She was hired to a very high-end law firm by Stephen Cohen, a partner at Zuckerman Spader, who served as Governor Andrew Cuomo's top advisor. That seems like a conflict of interest. This is also a woman who, by the way, while she was a judge, decided that she was going to let Ray Rice off after the world saw him punch his fiance or whatever in the face in the elevator. You remember that? She sided with him in that case. Must be nice. Cuomo's office has backed off of this, saying that they're going to turn over the sexual harassment investigation after Democrats questioned its independence, which they should have done. He's saying that he's going to move on and let some other people, including the state's attorney general and the chief judge, see what's going on here. Can Governor Cuomo hang on to his job? Or will Democrats back off the pressure here and let him survive? He's a big figure in the Democratic Party, but this doesn't look good. You add that to the fact that when he's not flirting with some of his aides and trying to get laid, that he's putting grandma back in the assisted living facility after she tested positive for COVID-19 and then lying about it. So he's got some baggage. He's got some problems. He was the golden child for quite some time, especially through the COVID days for the Democratic Party. Now, opinion, Andrew Cuomo's survival in office looks doubtful, says the Washington Post, usually full of allies over there. What does Cuomo say? Well, let's listen into the response that he's released after this second former aide announced her accusations.
Her making a statement saying, quote, Bennett was a hardworking and valued member of our team during COVID. She has every right to speak out. I never made advances towards Ms. Bennett, nor did I ever intend to act in any way that was inappropriate. The last thing I would ever have wanted was to make her feel any of the things that are being reported, end quote. Governor Cuomo has asked New Yorkers to withhold any judgment until the independent review is complete. Former federal judge Barbara Jones will lead the independent review.
All right, so that is not the case any longer. Also, they're saying in Governor Cuomo's statement, this situation cannot and should not be resolved in the press. You can see that on the third graph here. Right, that's not going to happen either. So what do we got on our hands here? What do we do about this situation with Governor Cuomo? He finds himself in a very tough spot here with Lindsey Boylan and these other accusers really, truly piling on. And you have to wonder for yourself, can Cuomo hang on to power here, or is this the end of the road for him? On the other hand, none of these accusations are anything other than bullying, which we've seen a lot from Andrew Cuomo, and inappropriate conversations and activities between somebody in a position of power and somebody who works underneath them. There is no accusations that he physically touched somebody, mostly that he made people feel uncomfortable, and that's what they're coming forward with. What do you think about all of this? And it's time to place your bets. That's what we're going to do from time to time on these videos, because something will happen in the next couple of months. Either people will forget about this and all the pressure will fade off, or Governor Cuomo will get fired. So in your comments, Governor Cuomo is going to get fired or Governor Cuomo will survive. Governor Cuomo is going to get fired or Governor Cuomo will survive. And we'll check back after everything happens to see how you did. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. If you're on Facebook, click that follow button. Over on YouTube, subscribe. Videos for you each and every day right here on the channel. Thanks again for watching, and we'll talk to you again real soon.